What's up, boys? It's Dual Faction once again with another video. This time it's going to be a deck profile for you. Real quick, I want to give you guys a shout out. We finally hit 1,500 subscribers. I'm really proud of that. Thank you for all the support and everything like that. I never really thought that I would actually have a channel that would grow to that type of size. I'm hoping that in the future that I can continue to grow, and hopefully I can get as big as some of the bigger YouTubers out there. But enough about that. I want to go ahead and give you guys this deck profile. I saw a lot of people actually in the comments wanted to see this hero deck list. I intend to give it to you. Real quick note, the extra deck is incomplete because I do have some cards out on loan, and I am missing one card, but I decided I was going to go ahead and give you guys a list anyway because I was tired of making you guys wait. This deck is also not playing BLS like you saw in the duel videos. I literally just played that card because I wanted to be cheeky for the day. I would not play it in the deck again, although it was a lot of fun to play, but enough about that. I'm going to go ahead and show you what I guys came up with, so that way if anyone wants to play at their locals, feel free to do it. But it is Mass Heroes, so let's go ahead and get into it. So you're going to play 3 copies of your Shadow Mist. It's the best hero we have access to right now. It's a Strato-isk type card. It searches any hero when it goes to the graveyard, or it also searches any changed quick play spell from your deck whenever he special summons. So you should all know what Shadow Mist does. Special summon it, summon Darklaw, win the game. So there's that. And then we also play 2 copies of Vion. Vion is literally in there just because he's a hero, and he's a dark, so he fulfills the requirement for mass change to make Darklaw. Its other effect, you can dump a hero, which is really cool. Upon its normal and special summon, you can dump a hero. So you can send Shadow Mist and search Honest Neos, or you can search another copy of himself through the Shadow Mist, which is really cool. And then his other effect is you can banish a hero from your graveyard, and you can add any polymerization from your deck. So I'm playing Fusion Sub, so you can add a Fusion Sub from your deck to your hand. So he gets a lot of utility in this deck. And then I'm also playing 2 copies of Honest Neos. It's actually really relevant that's like because I do play Miracle Fusion. But it protects the law, it makes it 4,900. It makes your Shadow Mist and your Vion both 3,500, so that's really important. So play 2. You don't want to play 3 though, it clogs. And that's it for the hero cards. On to the supporting monsters. I am playing 3 copies of Monk. I'm only playing 3 copies of Monk because I'm playing 6 chain spells. And if it's a dark, so it facilitates max change 2, so that way you can make Darklaw with it. Also, you really just want to get the first change to your hand so that way you can continue playing the game. Because the minute you summon Darklaw, your opponent has to invest a lot of resources to out it unless they have a board wipe. And it tutors out the card out of your deck, so there's no reason not to play 3 of this card, especially since you're playing so many changes. You want to see it. I'm also playing 2 copies of Goblinberg, so that way you can another way to summon the mist out of your hand to activate its effects. It also has the sweet utility being searched by Rhoda, and they can't ash this card, and you can still make Baguska if they stop the Shadow Mist. So 2 of that. I think it's necessary to play that. And then on to the hand traps. We're playing 7, so I play 3 copies of Ash, and then 3 copies of Gamma with the 1 driver. So right now, I think these are the best hand traps in the game right now. Ash being the best and Gamma being the second. Ash stops all the stuff that would kill your deck, essentially. And then Gamma forces your plays to go through. Like, it forces your Hero Lives to go through. It forces your Pot of Desires to go through. Like, just plays like that. And that's why I think it's the second best hand trap in the game. Plus, it gives you access to Omega, which is an incredibly powerful card. I'm also playing the 1 Maxi. People hate or love this card, but, like, it's a one-of, and I don't want to give my opponent a free pass because I wasn't playing it in the deck, so there's that for the hand traps. And that's it for the monster count. It's a lot beefier than regular heroes, but links kind of changed the dynamic of the deck, so you have to adjust. On to the spells. We're always playing 3 Pot of Desires. The card says draw 2. You want to get your pluses, and in all honesty, in this deck, this is the card you want to get Ash. Like, this is the Ash bait. You want your Hero Lives to go through, you want your Monks to go through, you want your Shadow Mist to go through and whatnot. So you want this card out of all your cards to get Ash, because 1 or 2 things is going to happen. Either A, they're going to Ash this and your players are going to go through, or they don't Ash it and you're just going to get a straight +1. You're still going to be able to win the game from there because you have more card advantage than your opponent. Plus, all else, if they already burn the Ash and you have multiples in your hand, you can. This is literally just food for Monk. So keep that in mind. 3 copies of the best card in the deck. Your Hero Lives. Get you Shadow Mist, which gets you the Darklaw, which wins you the game. So there's no reason not to play 3. And you can always pay half your life points, remember that. I am playing 6 change cards. I'm playing 3 copies of Mass Change. This is the one that you ideally want to search off Mist because there's no cost to it. But yeah, you play 3 of those. And then you also play 3 copies of Mass Change too. It really hurts when your Mist does get Ash, because that's the correct line of play. If you see your opponent a Hero Lives, it's the correct line of play not to Ash the Hero Lives, but to Ash the Mist. But, and I originally wasn't playing this card at all, but in testing, you want to hard draw these cards in the event that your opponent does have Ash and he stops your Shadow Mist. So you want to hard draw these. And you have 8 monsters that you can work that can make Darklaw, being the 2 Vion, the 3 Mist, and the 3 Monk, because this can also use Monk. This can also turn Monk in the Darklaw. So you just like, you want to draw this, and plus discarding this with Shadow Mist, you can add Neos to your hand, or you can add Vion to your hand. Like, you get a lot of utility out of this card. Plus, with Pot of Desires, like, you're not afraid to activate it because you play so many copies. Just 2 equal. This card's good, but you honestly, you want to be special summoning the Shadow Mist as possible, many ways as possible, either through the Monks or the Hero Lives, but sometimes you just need to be able to put it in your hand. So, plus it also starts Honest Neos, which is really cool, but I think 2 is the correct number to play now. 1 Rhoda, it searches your heroes and it searches Goblin Bird. The 1 of Miracle Fusion. So I wasn't playing this card really at first, but now since Link mechanics in and you can only put 1 monster at a time, there's some dangerous plays you can do with this card, so I'll show you some combos later. In the 1 Fusion Substitute, you can search it off Vine because it's always trades polymerization, but it's really cool because you can actually put Darklaw back to draw a card. Plus you can also Fusion Summon some of your bigger heroes. You can also Fusion Summon Starving Venom, which I am playing, but I like this card as a 1 of. And then the only traps are player 3 evenly matched. So the idea is you either go first, or if you're forced to go second, you can draw this card, match your opponent, and then just put your Darklaw up anyway, and then they have to play through it. So I feel like this was the best trap card to play in perspective, because it's not really a trap card, it's just more of a board wipe. So there's that. And that is the main deck for you. On to the extra deck. So you'll have to forgive me. I don't have a 3rd copy of Darklaw. I can't even find a super anywhere. And I was waiting on ulti, but for some reason my ulti hasn't come in yet. But you want to play 3 copies of it. You play 6 change cards. You have 8 dark monsters to go into it. And this is honestly the only monster you want to be summoning. So you want to play 3 copies of it. The 1 copy of Enki for utility. There's some cool OTKs you can do with this card too. Sometimes I wish I kind of want to play the 2nd. I'm not going to say I sometimes wish because it's only ever come up once, but I don't know if I'd make the room for it. But this is really good. It's a big body hero too. Koga, there's a cool OTK you can do with this and Miracle Fusion. I'll show you in a little bit. 1 Nova Master. So it was either between this card, Nova Master, or Escuriardo. I feel like this is more relevant just because Ash is the most popular hand trap, and I like having a big 26 beater and be able to draw additional cards to get further into your deck is like actually like really important. So I felt like it earned a spot over that. 1 The Shining. This is part of the OTK I keep telling you about Miracle Fusion. Like I was saying, Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, you can actually make this with Fusion Substitute, and it's actually got a really powerful effect. You can copy any cards in the field, and then when it leaves, you can board wipe. Like, this card's phenomenal. The 1 Omega for Gamma, it's the only level 8 you honestly want to make with Gamma, so I figured he was a shoe-in. Diamond Direwolf, it's cool because it's spot removal and it clears the extra deck zone for you, so you don't have to worry about having a zone cleared up for Darklaw. So literally you just deal with a problem card and then just a hero lives and make another wall. Tornado Dragon, it's one of the better generic rank 4s, so we're playing it. The Lightning Package, sometimes you just need something to get over big monsters, and this does the job for you. Believe it or not, I can't find any copies of Baguska, and the only copy of Baguska I have that I know I have it on loan right now, but it's actually really good because whenever they, like, stop your Shadow Mist from getting match change or anything, if you don't have another way, you just make Baguska and sit on it, and your opponent can't play. And then the only link I'm playing is Decode Talkers. Sometimes you just need to clear up the field so that way you can make room. So we just play the 1 Decode. And then that was it for the deck profile. I'll also show you the combo I keep telling you about. So all you really need is 2 heroes in the graveyard. So for example, the best case scenario, we'll say, not Vion. You do need a Neos, and we'll say that. So these are going to be in your graveyard. And then literally for this combo, the only 2 cards you'll need in hand are any change, and Miracle Fusion. Ideally, you want to just do it with regular mass change, so I'll go ahead and show it to you this way. So, essentially what you'll do is you'll activate Miracle Fusion, and you're going to fuse these two off by banishing them. And the Miracle Fusion is going to give you access to the Shining. And I'm just going to put it right here because I'm working with limited space, but this would be in your extra monster zone. And then remember, this mass change is in your hand. So, since 2 hero monsters are banished, his attack's going to be at 3,200. So what you're going to do is when you enter the battle phase, if you have an open clear board, you're going to poke for 3,200 points of damage. And then while you're still in there, you're going to mass change the Shining. So mass change this away. And then that's going to summon your Koga. So you've already done 3,200 points of damage. That's going to summon your Koga. The Shining, since it was sent to the graveyard, it's going to activate its effect. And you're going to add Honest Neos, and you're going to add Shadow Mist back to your hand. The most important part is that you get Shadow Mist back to your hand. Then declare another attack with Koga, and then during the damage step, you'll activate the Neos, putting it at 5k. So you just did 8,200 points of damage off 2 cards. So, like I said, this card causes dangerous things to happen, and that's why I actually like playing it as a one-of. But like I said, that was my hero deck profile, guys. Always remember to like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you guys think. Shout out to that one guy who actually tried giving me pointers about the deck. I actually really liked your suggestions, and I agree with the mass changes. I'm just not a big fan of Ghost Reaper or anything like that, and I'm not a big fan of Back to the Front or cards like that. But I do appreciate the help you gave me, and it gave me a lot more insight than I thought it would. Once again, thank you for the 1,500 subscribers. I hope I can continue to grow. I will be in St. Louis this weekend at that regional. I will definitely bring you the deck that I will be playing there. Like I said, guys, just tell me what you want to see. Just always remember to like, comment, subscribe. Later.